There are 7 slot machines operating on casino floors right now that I watched systematically drain players' bankrolls faster than any others during my 15 years as a casino floor supervisor. These machines use programming so predatory that multiple former employees have stated they felt uncomfortable maintaining them. I spent 15 years as a casino floor supervisor and slot operations manager at properties in Las Vegas, Atlantic City, and regional casinos across 3 states. My responsibilities included reviewing daily performance reports, analyzing hold percentage data against projected targets, coordinating with manufacturers on machine programming specifications, and attending weekly management meetings where we specifically discussed our most profitable machines, which from players' perspectives means the most devastating. During those 15 years, I identified 7 specific slot machine titles that consistently topped our profitability charts while destroying players financially and psychologically. These machines employ the lowest RTP, return to player, percentages legally permissible, the most aggressive psychological manipulation tactics, and programming specifically designed to create illusions of winning while ensuring systematic losses. You've suspected certain machines are deliberately designed to take your money faster. That casinos program specific games with predatory features disguised as entertainment. That the colorful graphics and exciting sounds are calculated distractions from brutal mathematics. You're absolutely right. And I'm about to expose the 7 machines you should never, ever play. Before I reveal these 7 machines, I need 3 things immediately. First, hit that like button right now. Second, subscribe and activate notifications because casinos absolutely do not want this specific information reaching players. Third, comment below. Have you played any of these 7 machines? Did you walk away wondering what just happened to your money? These 7 machines represent the darkest aspects of modern slot design. Games engineered to maximize casino profit by exploiting human psychology while maintaining plausible deniability through entertainment value. Understanding which machines employ the most predatory tactics is essential for protecting yourself. Let me start with a machine so deceptive that one player lost $15,000 over a year while genuinely believing it was just a harmless children's game. Machine number 1, Huff and Puff by IGT. The children's story theme hiding 86% RTP and a bonus that triggers once every 200 spins. Huff and Puff is based on the 3 Little Pigs fairy tale. You've got the big bad wolf trying to blow down houses, and the whole theme appears cute and family-friendly. But according to internal programming documentation, this innocent-looking game employs some of the most predatory mathematics in modern slot design. Industry specifications reveal Huff and Puff operates at 86% to 88% RTP, depending on casino configuration. That's absolutely terrible. But what makes this machine particularly devastating is the blow-down-the-house bonus structure. The main feature triggers when you land 3 or more bonus symbols. When it does, the wolf attempts to blow down houses, revealing prizes. Programming data shows this bonus triggers approximately once every 180 to 200 spins. If you're betting $1 per spin, you're spending close to $200 just to see the bonus. Here's where the deception intensifies. The bonus has multiple levels: straw house, stick house, and brick house. Most players assume the brick house is best because that's how the story works. But internal specifications reveal the game is programmed to award straw house approximately 75% of the time. And straw house bonuses typically pay between 10 and 30 times your bet. The mathematics are devastating. Spend $200 in spins to trigger a bonus that pays $20. You just lost $180 while the machine celebrated and made you feel like you'd won something. Let me tell you about a player I observed who exemplifies Huff and Puff's deception. A woman, I'll call her Sandra, played this machine every Tuesday afternoon for nearly a year. She loved the cute theme and the way the wolf animated on screen. Based on her playing patterns, session length, and bet sizing, Sandra was losing approximately $300 to $400 per session. Over the course of that year, Sandra probably lost close to $15,000 on a game that looked like a harmless children's story. She never fully comprehended the magnitude of her losses because the adorable graphics and familiar story created perception of innocent fun rather than predatory gambling. What really troubles former employees about Huff and Puff? The cute theme specifically attracts casual players who think they're just having fun with a silly game. They don't realize they're playing one of the worst-paying machines on the floor. The adorable graphics deliberately hide brutal mathematics underneath. Machine number 2, Lock It Link Nightlife by Scientific Games. The hold and spin machine programmed to start with 6 symbols and end immediately 85% of the time. Lock It Link is a series featuring the hold and rest spin mechanic that's become extremely popular in modern slots. Nightlife is one of the most popular versions, featuring party themes with champagne bottles and nightclub imagery. Internal specifications reveal Lock It Link Nightlife operates at approximately 87% RTP. But what makes this machine particularly problematic is how the Lock It Link feature is structured to drain money systematically while creating illusion of action. The feature triggers when you land 6 or more special symbols. Then you receive 3 respins. Landing additional symbols resets your respins. Programming documentation shows this feature triggers approximately once every 90 to 120 spins, depending on denomination. Here's the scam former employees identified. When you trigger the feature, approximately 85% of the time, you'll start with exactly 6 symbols and fail to land any additional ones during your 3 respins. The feature ends immediately, and you collect whatever was on those 6 symbols, usually around 15 to 25 times your bet. But occasionally, maybe 1 in every 40 to 50 features, you'll hit what players call a full board, where symbols keep landing, respins keep resetting, and you fill most of the screen. These features can pay several hundred times your bet. This creates what management calls the honeypot effect. So, when someone hits one of these massive Lock It Link features, everyone around that machine sees the big win and immediately wants to play. But what they don't witness are the 30 to 40 disappointing features that person triggered before hitting that one substantial payout. Let me tell you about an incident that perfectly illustrates this manipulation. A bachelor party group came into our casino and decided to play Lock It Link Nightlife because the party theme matched their celebration. They took turns playing, cheering each other on, buying drinks. After approximately 3 hours, the group had collectively wagered about $4,000 according to transaction records. They triggered the Lock It Link feature probably 25 to 30 times during that session. Most features paid small amounts. One member hit a decent feature, paying about 150 times his bet, approximately $300. The entire group went absolutely crazy celebrating. But when they finally left, transaction data showed the group walked away down about $3,000 overall. That one good feature made them feel like they'd done okay, when reality was they'd lost massive amounts of money. The nightclub theme and party atmosphere had distracted them from the terrible mathematics of the game. Machine number 3, Dancing Drums by Scientific Games. The gold symbols feature that tricks you into voluntarily quadrupling your bet while destroying your RTP. Dancing drums has become incredibly popular, especially in casinos with large Asian customer demographics. The game features Chinese themes with drums, traditional symbols, and cultural music. But this culturally themed game conceals serious predatory programming. Internal specifications reveal Dancing Drums operates at 87% to 89% base RTP depending on denomination and settings. That's already concerning. But the real manipulation involves the Foo Babies bonus feature and how it's programmed to exploit player behavior. The Foo Babies bonus triggers when you land 5 or more gold symbols. When it does, you get a picking game revealing free spins, quantity, and multiplier applications. Programming documentation shows this feature triggers approximately once every 100 to 150 spins. But here's the manipulation. Before each spin, the game offers the option to buy extra gold symbols for additional bets. You can activate 1, 2, 3, or 4 extra gold symbols by increasing your bet accordingly. Most players activate all 4, thinking they're improving their odds of triggering bonuses. And technically, you do trigger bonuses more frequently with more gold symbols active. But, and this is critical, the base game RTP drops significantly when you activate them. So you're triggering bonuses more often, but you're losing money much faster between bonuses because you're betting 4 to 5 times more per spin on dramatically reduced RTP. The mathematics don't work in your favor whatsoever. I documented a player who exemplifies this trap perfectly. An older gentleman, I'll call him Leonard, played dancing drums every Thursday for approximately 2 years. For the first 6 months, he played conservatively with just 1 or 2 gold symbols active. He was losing, but slowly. Then another player told Leonard he should activate all 4 gold symbols to trigger more bonuses. Over the next 18 months, I watched Leonard's losses accelerate dramatically. He was betting 3 to 4 times more per spin and triggering bonuses more frequently. But the bonuses weren't substantial enough to overcome his increased bet sizing. By the time Leonard finally stopped playing, transaction data suggested he'd lost somewhere around $30,000, with the vast majority of those losses occurring after he started activating all gold symbols. The feature designed to make him feel strategic actually just accelerated his financial destruction. Machine number 4. 88 Link Wild Duels by Bally Technologies. The celebration overload machine that makes you feel like you're winning while losing $24,000. 88 Link Wild Duels is relatively new, but spreading across casino floors rapidly. According to performance data, there's a reason casinos love this machine. It makes them incredible amounts of money while keeping players engaged longer than almost any other game. Internal specifications reveal 88 Link Wild Duels operates at approximately 86% RTP, which is abysmal. But what makes this machine truly dangerous is something former employees call celebration overload. The machine is programmed to celebrate constantly, even when you're losing money. Almost every spin triggers something: lights, sounds, animations. You might land a wild symbol, and the screen explodes with effects. You might get a near miss on the link feature, and the machine makes excited sounds. You might win back half of what you bet, and the game celebrates like you hit a jackpot. This constant celebration is designed to keep your dopamine levels elevated. Your brain is being systematically tricked into associating the machine with winning and excitement, even though you're actually losing money steadily. It's one of the most sophisticated psychological manipulation techniques in modern slot design. The main feature is the 88 Link feature, working similarly to other hold and respin games. You need 6 or more coin symbols to trigger it. Programming specifications show it triggers approximately once every 80 to 100 spins. But according to payout distribution data, the feature pays less than 50 times your bet approximately 85% of the time. What makes this particularly problematic? Even when you trigger the 88 Link feature and win a disappointing amount, the machine celebrates like you just won the lottery. Massive animations, loud music, flashing lights. Your brain registers excitement and satisfaction, even though mathematically you just lost money because you spent 100 spins betting to trigger a feature that paid 40 times your bet. Let me tell you about a player who exemplifies how effectively this manipulation works. A woman named Linda played 88 Link Wild Duels 3 to 4 times weekly for approximately 8 months. I noticed Linda always seemed happy when playing. She'd smile, sometimes clap when features triggered, clearly enjoying herself. One day, I struck up a conversation with Linda and asked how she was doing on the machine. Linda said she loved it and felt like she was winning or breaking even most sessions. I had access to her player card data. The truth, over 8 months, Linda had lost approximately $24,000 on that machine. When I gently suggested Linda might want to review her own records, she was absolutely shocked. She genuinely believed she was doing okay because the machine celebrated so constantly and made her feel like she was winning. The celebration overload had completely masked the mathematical reality of her devastating losses. Former employees say this is exactly what 88 Link Wild Duels is designed to accomplish. Keep players happy and engaged, even as they lose significant amounts of money through celebration overload that creates powerful illusion of success. Machine number 5. Monopoly Big Event by IGT. The 84% RTP nightmare hiding behind the most trusted brand name in gaming. Remember how I mentioned IGT has machines even worse than Huff and Puff? This is it. Monopoly Big Event is part of IGT's Monopoly series, and according to internal performance data, it might be one of the worst-paying machines the company has ever produced. Internal specifications reveal Monopoly Big Event can be configured with base RTP as low as 84%. 84%. That means the casino keeps 16 cents of every dollar wagered. That's absolutely catastrophic for players. The game is themed around the classic Monopoly board game with properties, chance cards, and the iconic Monopoly Man character. It looks fun and nostalgic, but underneath that familiar theme is programming former employees describe as genuinely predatory. The main feature is the Big Event bonus, triggering when you land 3 or more bonus symbols. When it does, you spin a wheel determining free spins quantity and multiplier application. Programming documentation shows this bonus triggers approximately once every 200 to 250 spins. Think about that mathematics. If you're betting $1 per spin, you're spending $200 to $250 just to see the bonus trigger. And the bonus typically pays between 20 and 70 times your bet. So you spend $250 to win $40. The mathematics are catastrophically devastating. But it gets worse. The game also features a progressive jackpot system with 4 different jackpots. To be eligible for jackpots, you must bet certain amounts per spin. Most players max out their bets thinking they're giving themselves jackpot opportunities. But the jackpots are programmed to hit so rarely that you're almost certainly never going to win one. Meanwhile, by maxing out your bet for jackpot eligibility, you're losing money on the terrible base game much faster. It's a double trap. Terrible base RTP combined with jackpots that never hit. Let me tell you about a retired couple who loved Monopoly. They thought playing Monopoly Big Event would be a fun, nostalgic experience. I observed them playing together, taking turns spinning, clearly enjoying the familiar theme. Over the course of one weekend trip, that couple put approximately $5,000 through Monopoly Big Event according to transaction records. They triggered the Big Event bonus maybe 20 times. The bonuses paid small amounts. They never hit any jackpots. When they left, transaction data showed they'd lost approximately $3,500. But here's what really troubled me. The couple seemed happy when departing. They talked about what a fun weekend they'd had playing their favorite game. They didn't seem to fully comprehend how much money they'd lost because the nostalgic theme and familiar Monopoly branding had made the experience feel safe and friendly. What really bothers former employees about Monopoly Big Event, it uses one of the most trusted brand names in gaming to hide what might be the worst RTP of any major slot machine currently operational on casino floors. Players trust Monopoly. They assume anything with that brand must be fair. They're wrong. Machine number 6. Fu Dai Lian Lian Dragon by IGT. The progressive jackpot machine programmed to award the mini jackpot 90% of the time. Fu Dai Lian Lian Dragon is marketed as a premium game with substantial jackpot potential. The machine features elaborate Chinese themes with dragons, golden symbols, and traditional music. But this machine employs one of the most deceptive progressive jackpot systems in the industry. Internal specifications reveal Fu Dai Lian Lian Dragon operates at 86% to 88% base RTP, which is already poor. But the real problem is the 4-level progressive jackpot system and how it's designed to manipulate player expectations systematically. The game features mini, minor, major, and grand jackpots. The grand jackpot typically starts around $10,000 and can grow substantially larger. Players see that number and think they have realistic shots at winning it. But here's what programming documentation reveals. When you trigger the jackpot picking game, the game is weighted so you'll match 3 mini jackpot symbols approximately 90% of the time. The mini jackpot is usually between $10 and $20. So players trigger the jackpot feature, get excited thinking they might win the grand, and then they win $15. This is psychologically devastating because you got so close to the substantial jackpot, but ended up with almost nothing. But here's the really insidious aspect. Every time someone wins any jackpot on any Fu Dai Lian Lian Dragon machine in the casino, all other machines in the bank make noise and flash lights. So you're playing along, losing money, and every few minutes your machine makes excited sounds and you look up thinking you won something. But you didn't. Someone else won the mini jackpot on a different machine. This creates what former employees call vicarious reinforcement. You're getting excited about other people's wins, which keeps you engaged and motivated to keep playing. But those other wins are almost always the tiny mini jackpot, and they're doing nothing to help your bankroll. Let me tell you about a player who became obsessed with hitting the grand jackpot on Fu Dai Lian Lian Dragon. Over 14 months, he played this machine religiously. I observed him playing 4 to 6 hours per session, 3 to 4 days weekly. During those 14 months, he triggered the jackpot picking game dozens of times, according to estimates. He won the mini jackpot repeatedly. He won the minor jackpot, usually around $100, perhaps 5 or 6 times. He never won the major or the grand. After 14 months, player tracking data showed he was down approximately $60,000. The most heartbreaking part, 2 weeks after this man finally gave up and stopped playing, someone won the grand jackpot on the machine he'd been playing. He'd spent 14 months and $60,000 chasing it. Then a random person won it shortly after he quit. What makes Fu Dai Lian Lian Dragon so problematic? The progressive jackpot system is designed to award you the worst jackpot almost every time, while making you feel like you're close to winning the substantial one. The vicarious reinforcement from other machines adds another layer of psychological manipulation, keeping you playing even as you lose steadily. Machine number 7. Cash Eruption by Aristocrat. The frequent feature machine that triggered thousands of bonuses while one player lost $47,000. Cash Eruption is relatively new, but spreading across casino floors rapidly over the past couple years. According to performance data, there's a reason casinos love this machine. It makes them incredible amounts of money while keeping players engaged longer than almost any other game. Internal specifications reveal Cash Eruption operates at 85% to 87% base RTP, depending on configuration. That's terrible. But what makes this machine truly dangerous is the hold and spin feature and how it's programmed to create near-constant engagement without actually paying adequately. The game features volcanic eruption themes, and the main feature triggers when you land 6 or more gold coin symbols. You get 3 re-spins, and landing more coins resets your count. Programming documentation shows this feature triggers very frequently. approximately once every 45 to 60 spins. This frequent feature trigger rate is absolutely intentional. It keeps you constantly engaged and excited. You're never more than 50 or 60 spins away from the next feature. But here's the scam. According to programming specifications, the features pay between 5 and 25 times your bet, approximately 85% of the time. So you're triggering features constantly, but they're paying almost nothing. You spend 50 spins betting to trigger a feature that pays 12 times your bet. You just lost significant money, but because you triggered a feature, your brain registers it as excitement and progress. Every once in a while, maybe one in every 20 to 30 features, you'll get a better feature paying 75 or 100 times your bet. And very rarely, maybe one in every 200 features, you'll hit what they call a full eruption that can pay several hundred times your bet. Those rare substantial features are what keep players locked in. They trigger 20 disappointing features, then one decent one, and their brains think, see, it does pay. I just need to keep playing for the next big one. But mathematically, you're never getting ahead. You're slowly bleeding money while the frequent small features create illusion of action and value. Let me tell you about a case that really illustrates how effective Cash Eruption is at keeping players engaged while draining bankrolls. A woman in her 30s started playing Cash Eruption when it first appeared in our casino. I observed her playing this machine almost exclusively for approximately 10 months. During that time, she probably triggered thousands of features. The vast majority paid small amounts. She'd hit decent features here and there that kept her motivated. Player tracking data revealed that over those 10 months, she'd put approximately $47,000 through the machine and won back about $37,000. That's a $10,000 loss over 10 months. But here's what made this particularly concerning. The woman seemed to think she was doing okay. She told other players that Cash Eruption was her lucky machine because she won all the time. The constant feature triggers had created such powerful illusion of winning that she couldn't see the mathematical reality of her substantial losses. What these 7 machines teach us about protection. All 7 machines share common characteristics. Terrible base, RTP, 84–88%. Deceptive bonus structures that trigger frequently but pay inadequately, and sophisticated psychological manipulation through celebrations, themes, or feature frequencies. Your protection strategy requires understanding these patterns and implementing strict defensive protocols. The 1% bankroll rule: never wager more than 1% of your total bankroll per spin. If you have $400, your maximum bet is $4. This protects you from variance and extends your playing time without catastrophic losses. Predetermined limits, non-negotiable enforcement, loss limit, maximum you'll lose before leaving. Typically 25% to 30% of total bankroll. When hit, leave immediately regardless of how you feel. Win limit, predetermined profit target triggering serious evaluation about continuing. Typically 40% to 50% of starting bankroll. Time limit, maximum session duration regardless of financial position. Typically 90 minutes to 2 hours maximum. Set these limits before playing and enforce them without exception. The machines are programmed to keep you playing. Your discipline must override their programming. Physical cash-out separation. When you hit targets, physically cash out and create separation. Go to the cashier cage. Get cash. Put it in your pocket or give it to a companion. Remove it from immediate playing access. This physical separation creates psychological barrier, preventing you from borrowing from protected funds when experiencing losses. Let me tell you about a player who understood strategy but lacked discipline. A man named Kevin knew about RTP, understood these predatory machines, had researched everything. He'd set a $200 loss limit before visiting the casino. Kevin played one of these 7 machines. Within 90 minutes, he'd hit his $200 loss limit. He should have left. Instead, he thought, just a few more spins. 3 hours later, Kevin had lost his original $200 plus an additional $600 he'd withdrawn from the ATM. Kevin's problem wasn't knowledge. He understood everything. His problem was lack of discipline. Knowledge without discipline is worthless. You must enforce your limits without exception, regardless of how close you feel to a big win. Let's summarize the 7 slot machines you will regret spinning. Huff and Puff, 86–88% RTP, hidden behind children's story theme. Bonus triggers once every 200 spins. Awards Straw House 75% of the time, paying 10 to 30x bet. Player lost $15,000 over a year, thinking it was harmless fun. Lock It Link Nightlife, 87% RTP with hold and spin features that start with 6 symbols and end immediately 85% of the time. Bachelor Party lost $3,000 in 3 hours while thinking they were doing well. Dancing Drums, 87–89% RTP with gold symbols, feature that tricks you into quadrupling your bet while destroying RTP. Player lost $30,000 after activating all gold symbols. 88 Link Wild Duels, 86% RTP with celebration overload programming. Player lost $24,000 over 8 months while genuinely believing she was winning because of constant celebrations. Monopoly Big Event, 84% RTP, lowest legal programming. Bonus triggers once every 200–250 spins, paying 20 to 70x bet. Retired couple lost $3,500 over weekend while feeling happy because of nostalgic theme. Who Die Leon Dragon, 86–88% RTP with jackpot picking game programmed to award mini jackpot 90% of time. Player lost $60,000 over 14 months chasing grand jackpot he never hit. Cash Eruption, 85–87% RTP with features triggering every 45–60 spins but paying only 525x bet 85% of time. Player lost $10,000 over 10 months while thinking Cash Eruption was her lucky machine. Universal truth about these 7 machines: they represent the most predatory aspects of modern slot design. Lowest legal RTP percentages, deceptive bonus structures creating illusions of winning, and sophisticated psychological manipulation through celebrations, themes, and feature frequencies. Your defense: knowledge, recognition, and absolute discipline. Know which machines employ predatory tactics. Recognize manipulation when you encounter it. Maintain iron discipline about limits and physical separation. The house always has mathematical edge, but avoiding the 7 most predatory machines dramatically reduces how fast you lose and increases your chances of walking away with money. If you found this valuable, I need 3 actions immediately. First, subscribe and hit notifications. I'm continuing to expose casino industry secrets, predatory machine identification, and player protection strategies based on operational insider knowledge. Second, share this video with anyone who gambles. Understanding which 7 machines to avoid could save them thousands or tens of thousands of dollars. Third, watch this video here where I reveal the psychological manipulation tactics casinos use during free drink service and comp offers, and how to recognize and resist them. Before closing, the mandatory legal disclaimer: if you or someone you know struggles with gambling addiction, seek professional help immediately. Contact the National Council on Problem Gambling at 1-800-5222-4700. Available 24 hours daily. This video is educational. I'm revealing programming specifications and documented cases, not guaranteeing outcomes or encouraging gambling. Slots are entertainment, never income. Even avoiding predatory machines doesn't eliminate house edge. Only gamble with money you can afford to lose completely. Set limits before playing. Enforce limits without exception. Never chase losses. Never play with borrowed money or funds needed for essential expenses. But if you're going to play slots, understanding which 7 machines employ the most predatory programming reveals exactly which games to avoid completely. These machines offer lowest legal RTP percentages, deceptive bonus structures designed to feel rewarding while ensuring losses, sophisticated psychological manipulation through constant celebrations and frequent worthless features. Avoiding these 7 machines, combined with strict bankroll management and absolute exit discipline, gives you best possible protection available in slot gambling. Knowledge is your shield. Recognition is your awareness. Discipline is your survival. Walk past these 7 machines every single time. Understand why they're designed to destroy you financially and psychologically. And remember, when a machine uses cute themes, constant celebrations, or frequent features to keep you engaged, that's your signal it's employing predatory programming. Protect yourself accordingly. Until next time, stay informed and stay protected.